Hello, it is XO Ashley Pink, otherwise known as Ashley, and this is my bullet journal setup for the second half of the year. I do bullet journal every 6 months, and this is my journal setup. I didn't pull my stickers yet. So I am using also my chair is gonna squeak really, really badly, and it sounds really loud in my camera, but not in person. Anyway, I'm not the kind of person, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not the kind of person to like really super duper plan this shit out. So I kind of just pull my stickers and hope for the best. Okay. So this is me. I'm going to set up my yearly shit. So this is the calendar. So I'm using a B5 dotted pastel pink Scribbles That Matter. I'm going to be honest, I only could find the Scribbles That Matter. Yeah, I'm gonna use this, I think. Okay, there we go. I have 2 of them, so I'm okay with that. So, I haven't really planned anything. I have my dot markers that I use for my MakseLife here, and some pens over there. I pulled my Lavender Honey monthly kit and my Panda monthly kit. Mainly because I bought this kit and then I got it as a Patreon member, because I used to be a Patreon member of hers. Trying to save money right now, so I'm not, but at some point I'm going to go back. I pulled these to like add to my spreads to make it a little bit more cohesive. These are my monthly tabs. So I have my September, October, November, December, January, my July to December. And then I have an extra one there. And then these are from Coffee Monsters Co. The kits are from Planning with K. And these are also tabs from Coffee Monsters Co. I have these monthlies. So this is from Erin Floto. I got it a couple years ago. I'm still just using it up. And then this is some monthlies. There is a couple months there. This is different trackers. Usually they're monthly trackers, but that doesn't mean that I won't have annual trackers. And then this is reading spread. I'm thinking of doing a reading spread. And then this is different. They're called new bullet journal stickers. So there is basically things that you can do for your new bullet journal. I pulled both because from the looks of it, there's some stuff that's here and here. I got 2 pages of it. This is for school, because I'm going to be doing school. This is the bullet journal migration kit. Ideally, this is going to come in after my haul, because I did do a haul. I'm filming this on May 29th, and I just hauled these, a lot of these new stickers. But the haul isn't going to go up until the middle of June, so I believe this is going to go up in the middle of June, in the end of June, because I want to do this towards the end of June and some other stuff towards the end of June. I haven't pulled any Tombow markers or any washi. This is all the washi I have, and then this is my Tombow markers. I have Tombow markers in the middle, and then here I have in the middle here I have my, what are these, Crayola dual tips, Bic medium intensities, and Kelly Creates dual tip brush markers. And then this Coffee Monsters Co. ruler. So I have a couple different things. Oh, from Plan Hannah, I have name stickers. I'm gonna grab that right now, actually, to put it on. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, these are from Plan Hannah. I got two of these. There's large names and then small ones. And this is in some like pink hollow washi, which is one of my favorite types of hollow washi, honestly. Not washi, foil. I keep them in my sticker planner. And yeah. So I don't really have a plan, I'm gonna be honest. I literally just opened this. It comes with a Scribbles That Matter fine liner in 04. I got this from Amazon, by the way. For those of you who are in Canada, you'll know that the Scribbles That Matter shop doesn't, like www.scribblesthatmatter.com is American only now. So the way that we, oh my God, this is so pretty. I don't know if you can see the, yeah, there you go. That's so pretty. The Scribbles That Matter shop. Oh, this is pretty too. Only ships to America. So you get, the Scribbles That Matter shop for Canada is on Amazon Canada. And I'm a Prime member. So I am going to get started. This is my first time filming a bullet journal setup video on the background blanket that I'm using. So bear with me. I will see you in the fast forward. Hi, so to start off with, I pulled out, well, cut out a page from the very back right before the pen test page so that I could do my flip out year to glance. I really liked this in my past one, so I decided to do it again. And this year, you'll notice with my bullet journals, for the second half of my bullet journal, I'm still doing a year, but I'm starting at July instead of January again. So I can see the second half of 2024 and the first half of 2025 so that I'm actually kind of planning ahead because I do use the calendars a lot. What I did with this one though, what I did wrong is I didn't account for the part I would have to fold in. So part of it is kind of a bit bent. I really do like the pinks and the warm tones for this kit. I find it really pretty. So this is where I always put my word of the year in this blank section. I don't know why, but it's something for me to do. I did always put a quote. The last few years I put the word of the year. My word of the year is balance. So I just kind of like, put a header, write the word out, how you pronounce it, what type of word it is, like just information about it. And then on the next page, I did a reflection section because I've been really trying to focus on reflecting because I find when I do that, it helps me figure out what I need to work on. And I'm really incorporating reflections in a lot of things, and I think I'm going to upkeep that. But just a reflection section for halfway through the year and a reflection section for December, and then a little box to put it in. Just quick, I've been adding like my key section and my index headers, and then I just kind of move on to my future log. A lot of these spreads that you're seeing are spreads that are just kind of quick and dirty. I know that I'll use them if they look like this, and like I said, I like it pretty, so I pick colors that I think will work out together and stickers to make it all pretty. And one thing I really like about the B5 is that there's space for me to add like a bunch of deco and still have a little bit of white space. I kind of like that like halfway filled, halfway white space. So yeah. And then I get on to my chore tracker. This is one of the most important things for me because I have a lot of executive dysfunction when it comes to cleaning tasks at home. I can do them at work, fine. I don't know what it is. So I have a daily section where I literally write down things I want to do every single day or every second day. And then a tally section that I have the months that I'm in this journal. So I can make a tally every single day to make sure I've done my daily tasks. I have a weeks section where I have a dot to check off when I've done all my weekly cleaning schedule stuff. And I break it down like a lot of stuff. Like where some people might just put kitchen, I break down what I need to do in the kitchen. So it's a lot, but I find being able to look at it like this helps my brain. Same with the monthly section. I have little columns and I check off when I've done in each of the months and what I need to do, at least monthly. Biannual section is the most different. I have a list of things from 1 to 12 that I want done, and then I have a list of dates. I have blank spaces from 1 to 12, and I write down what date I've completed them, and then my annual one, I just have a checklist. And the thing is that most of the stuff in the biannual and annual, I get done in January and February when I do my big deep cleans. But I still like to copy it because I don't really, once I'm done of a bullet journal, I kind of put it away. So anything that I want to reference each month, every 6 months or every day or whenever, or once a year, gets put in my next bullet journal. I just find it easier for me to do it that way. And then I kind of combined a couple spreads just to save some space. So this, I have my monthly reset. So I have different reset tasks for monthly, weekly, and daily, just to make sure I'm getting stuff done. Things for my reflection, things for my goals, things like that. And then I have a birthday section where I'm writing just birthdays that I want to keep track of, mainly family members. And this spread used to be so filled out, the birthday section, when I worked in childcare, because all the kids in my class, I would write down their birthdays, especially for my second half of the year, because that's when we would get our new class list. So I would have the kids from the previous year and my new kids. But I don't work in childcare anymore, so I didn't need as much space and I didn't need a full section. So I didn't really need a full section for my reset tasks, I combined it with that. And then on the next page, I wrote down my reflection. So my budget reflection questions that I want to answer every month, and then my personal goal reflections that I want to answer every month as well. So I kind of wrote those down, 1 to 5 and then 1 to 6 respectively. And then I have a little goals and affirmation section, which is I'm just going to use as a note section of keeping in mind of stuff that I want to do for my goal section. I have an entirely different goal setting, system, because I use the MakseLife system, but this is just kind of like, what ones do I want to keep in mind? I didn't really have that much of an idea of what I wanted to do here, but just quick space. And then my reading tracker. So I've kind of spoke about this as well, but I'm a fan fiction reader. I have been since 2005. And I wanted to find a way to track how much I'm reading fan fiction wise. So what I've decided to do is keep a tally each month in my monthly section, and then I'll write down at the end of the month how many words I read that month. So I can kind of figure out how much I'm quote unquote reading, because if I keep in mind that about 40K is a novel, how many equivalent of novels am I reading? And then I have a little section for physical books, because I do want to read physical books, even if I don't always do that. One thing that this bullet journal setup kit that Planning with Kay does is my ideal schedule. So I decided to write out what an ideal schedule for a work day and a personal, like non-work day would look, just for fun. I never really use this, but especially where I'm in a new career now and I'm kind of getting my groove on, I wanted to write it out, see how things are going to work. The next one is my self-care and last time I spread. I want to kind of keep an eye on,
you know, like doing my beauty tasks, especially now that I have more time in the day and I have money to do so. So I have a section to write what beauty tasks I'm doing, different ideas, so like hair, manicure, pedicure, facial, waxing, stuff like that I enjoy for myself. And then I have a little section that I was trying to figure out what to add. So I added some mental health goals, because I do have mental health issues that I am in control of, but I still want to track. A section for traveling, because I like that. And then just some last time I stuff that I really want to track. I have this entire spread next of school information, because I am starting school. So I have a section for 4 different classes, and some notes. I don't know how I want to set it up yet, so this is just simple. Once I get into it, I'll know what I want to do. So at this point, I realized that I haven't been filling out my index, which I usually do as I do my bullet journal. So I quickly fill out my index, and then I get on my work log. Basically, I am working like in a bunch of different places, because I'm kind of like on-call personal assistant, bookkeeping person. So I just wanted to track how many hours I'm in the office. So this is just like kind of quick and dirty, enough spaces to write what I'm working every day, and then tally that. I was just curious. And then I put a pet info, which is just kind of like all information about like my dogs, who their groomers and their vet are, allergies, shit like that. So I can just take a picture and send it to people, as well as last dates for their flea meds, vet appointments, and groomer appointments, just so they kind of have an idea for people taking care of them. I found this in one of my old bullet journals for one of my other dogs, and I thought it was a really good idea, especially where I'm traveling a lot more lately. And then wanted to track some entertainment, so TV shows I watch, movies, games I've completed. And then just for something to do on the other page, I decided to make a quote page. You see my mouse because I'm inputting stuff, transferring stuff from other memory cards, because it started to get full. And it's a quote from Dolly Parton saying, "If you don't like the road you're walking on, start paving a different path." I really, really like this quote. So yeah, that is my bullet journal for July. What you're going to see is me going through with the deco stickers to add some more. And then I add tabs at the top for my work log, my reading log, and my chore tracker, because those are the 3 things that I'm going to reference a lot. So yeah, I'll see you in the talking part.
This is obviously a lot longer than I thought it would be. And I know that I still have yet to do the voiceover, because obviously I do that last. But yeah, I thought I would go through what I've done. So, this journal belongs to. I did a flip out of my year at a glance like I did last year. The only thing is that I trimmed it, but then I didn't make it small enough, and I didn't account for like the strip that would go here, and I also kind of did it backwards, but I'm okay with that, because really what I look at this for is counting my weeks and just getting like a general overview, because I do a month every single year. Oh my gosh, I do a monthly. I do like multiple calendars in a monthly. So this is literally just like to quickly glance at. I reference it a lot, so I made it, but instead of doing another usually when I do a year at a glance, I do another 20 in my second half. I do another January to June. I mean a January to December, but this time I did a July to June. So this 6 months that this journal is, and then the next 6 months. And I actually wrote down my key for once, which is I do like a little dash for a task or event, a star for important, check for yes, like for like this is a done task, or yes I did it, an X for a skipped or no I didn't do it. my little section for word of the year. I'm going to do, once I hit June and I start this bullet journal, I'm going to write a quick reflection on how I feel like I'm incorporating my word of the year and do I feel it's still accurate. And then I'm going to do like a little reflection for December, and then what do I think I can add on. Like, so this, so for a reminder, my word of the year is balance. I wrote the pronunciation and I'm using the pronoun. So the pronoun meaning is the power or ability to decide an outcome by throwing one's strength, influence, support, or the like to one's other side or the other. My index, ooh, that's what I was going to finish doing. 10. Quote is 14, and I wrote that there because if I need to do another random quote page, I would. So yeah, I did my index, and then you probably saw that I added other stuff. My future log, July to June. I really do try to write all the dates in, so I write down any due dates for the month that I know are upcoming, any travel days, any holidays, just general stuff. I use my future log a lot. I know a lot of people do, but I'm the kind of person that uses my future log. Cleaning tracker. I use this cleaning tracker so much. This exact cleaning tracker, I'm so glad I incorporated one. So I have a daily, a weekly, a monthly, and then I have a biannual and annual. So what I do for my daily is I have a list of daily tasks I want to do and then a tally of whether or not I did them. Now, the important thing for me, for the daily tasks, is the fact that they might not be every day, but they're more than once a week. And then I also have my weekly tasks, and I check off my weekly, monthly, and then biannual and annual. This is stuff that I usually do. My biannual and annual, I usually finish in like January or February, but this is stuff that I do there. Really busy space, but I felt like this is all stuff that like I spread out for no apparent reason, and if I just shoved in one spot I could. So I have my reset tasks for monthly, weekly, and daily. I have a section to write birthdays. I have my financial and personal monthly reflection questions, and then a spot to put, it says goals and affirmations. Just I find sometimes I find quotes that I really, really like, and I never write them down, so that's what I did. Also, I put a tab on the chores tracker because I reference that a lot. I made a reading tracker, and so I have a physical to be read list, and I'm going to fill that out, and then I have sections to rate a couple books. But what I want to try to do, I mentioned this in my TikTok, is I'm a fan fiction reader, so what I don't really tend to count the fan fictions I read, but I do count roughly. I do have a rough idea of the word count. So what I want to start doing is to put a running tally of how many words I read a month, because I want to see that. I don't know how well I'll track it, but I'm gonna have a section in my monthly or my weekly to track how many words I am reading in each week, so I could write that down. And I might also individually write how many fan fictions. And then I also because I also want to track my writing, and I feel like I could just do a really quick fan fiction tracker of how much I'm reading and how much I'm writing. My ideal schedule, I wrote this down because of it. So I kind of have a flexible schedule in the sense that I really do need to be on call from about 9 to 4:35, like 8:39 to 4:35 p.m. But that doesn't mean I have like 8 hours where I'm constantly working. I have tasks that I get throughout the day as on top of like weekly tasks that I know I'll get done. So usually what I do is I do my morning routine. Then like I go to and from work. So this is just kind of like an idea of what I could do. for my work day, and then like a day where I'm not working. So self-care tasks. So I have a section where I'm going to write beauty. So beauty ideas is like getting my hair done, mani-pedi, facial waxing. I haven't got a facial in forever. And then I also have a little self-care section of different mental health goals and then different places I want to travel. A last time so I did Brita filter, and then I wrote down mascara, waxed, mani-pedi, because I want to keep track of that. I'm doing school in the fall. You might have saw me try to look up my school schedule. It's not posted, I don't think. So I don't know how many classes I'll have. So what I did was I just put 4 down. I don't know if this is going to be, if I am going to have 4. I know that I think I had 5 or 6 classes when I was a full-time student, asynchronous, but I'm going to be part-time, so I don't know. So I have a little note section. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to write like my class information on top, like that there, and then I'll write down like due dates and shit here and like what textbooks I need. Work log. So what I want to do is physically write out how many hours a day I am actively doing work, so I can keep an idea of, you know, just because I want to know. Because where I'm on call most of the day, that doesn't necessarily mean, like I said, I'm in front of a computer doing work. So this is me just kind of being like, roughly how many hours in the day did I spend physically doing my work? And the reason I want to do that is because I want to track, because there's ups and downs in our work, and I want to see if there's a pattern to it. I found this in one of my other bullet journals that I ended up not, because I did a monthly flip through and I ended up not keeping the footage, and I'm going to refilm that. But I found a tracker for my dog where I wrote down their full name, date of birth, owner information, vet information, food allergies, whatever, and then a last date for groomer appointment, vet appointment, and flea meds. So I split that for my 2 dogs. Piper lives with me full time. Leo is my dog. He is registered to me. He is registered with the Canadian Kennel Club. I think Canadian Kennel Club. Either way, wherever you're not Canadian Kennel Club. He is registered. His registration papers are registered in my name. But he lives with my parents because he is so anxious. Like, he's the kind of anxious that people think that he's a lot older dog. So when I moved into my apartment from the house I was living with my parents, I realized, like, I could take him here and spend a couple months getting him accumulated, because it's not going to take a couple days. It would take months to get him used to the apartment, because he is just an anxious little shit, and I mean that in the most loving way. So he lives with my parents, but I still make sure that like his flea, vet, and grooming appointments are set. Not saying my mom doesn't, but I have co-custody of him, and I'm not going to half-ass shit. So I have all the information, and that way I could take a picture of this and give it to someone. And then I wanted to do another page where I wrote down games I've completed the last 6 months, movies I've seen, and then TV shows I've watched. So I did that, and then I had an extra page. So I looked it up, and I saw this quote from Dolly Parton, and it's, "If you don't like the road you're walking on, start paving a different path." So yeah, I thought that this was adorable. I really, really liked the pandas and the lavender honey stuff. So yeah, I find it really cute. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share, thumbs up, and all that hubba blue, and I will see you later. Bye!